Hey there guys, welcome back to WnDTech. On this channel we focus on computer technology and gaming and anything else that fits into that criteria. So if you like this kind of topics and subjects, then do check out our previous videos and don't forget to like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Oh, and also Merry Christmas. It is Christmas Eve, we're filming this on Christmas Eve, and have a Happy New Year. This will be our last video of 2021. 2021? This will be our last video of 2020, and we are coming back with a vengeance in 2021. So yeah, don't go anywhere. We're going to be back next year. For this video, we are going to be focusing on the infamous Cyberpunk 2077. We're going to be looking at some gameplay and how it performs on a 10 series GPU. Believe it or not, there are still loads of you looking to upgrade and that can't upgrade at the minute, and maybe a 10 series GPU is a good stopgap. 20 series GPUs are just still way too expensive in my book, and people are upping the price as they are with the scalping 30 series NVIDIA GPUs, and likewise for the AMD variants, the 6900 XT and all those kind of cards as well. They're just way overpriced right now, so it's not really a good buy. I mean, if you can find a good price for one, then by all means grab it. If you've got the money and you're looking for a new one, grab it, because they're very difficult to get hold of right now. Hopefully next year more stock will be coming in around the globe. But for now, for those of us that don't have all the money to chuck at graphics cards and that just want something to game on over the festive period, or maybe until the new GPUs are out, then you can still get some good bargains on 10 series graphics cards. Now, as I've already said, we're looking at the 1070 Ti in this occasion, but the results, the 1070 Ti is fairly close to a 1080 in performance, so you can kind of scale that up in your head. You're going to see what this is like when we show gameplay footage in a moment, and well, anything higher than a 1070 is going to be slightly better, isn't it? So you will see, you will just see, but believe me, you will be surprised at how good it is. Forget RTX, forget the RTX Ray Tracing and all that. Even without that, the game looks stunning. If you haven't already seen any Cyberpunk 2077 footage or gameplay, then you're in for a real treat. Before we get started, we are running the latest version of the patch, which is 106, which came out at the time of filming this video 15 hours ago. So this will be the first time. I haven't even played with the 105 patch yet, so this is an upgrade soon. So 106 patch fixes a few things. I'm sure it fixes other things as well. A specific quest. It fixes some console issues. It fixes. Is anyone still playing on console? And PC specific. Remove the 8 meg save file limit. Yes, there was some issues with game corruption. For those that got really far, the size limit of the save file was causing corruption. So they've now fixed that issue. So that's good. It doesn't seem like there's many performance issues fixed in this patch, but they said in previous statements that they will be releasing monthly big patches that will fix performance issues like that. So let's dive into version 106 of Cyberpunk 2077 and see what it's like on the 10 series GPU. Okay, as you can see, we're at the intro screen, and let's see what happens, shall we? Breaching! So I've already been playing the game, so you'll see wherever I am. But I'm not going to do any missions or anything like that, because some of them are a little bit inappropriate for an everyday video like this. So we're just going to be driving around and generally seeing the performance of in the city and then out of city as well, if I can remember the way. Firstly, before that, we're going to go through the settings that I've got set for the game. We're not too worried about sound. I've got the music. I'm going to turn the music down. You're not going to hear any sounds in the game at the moment. Maybe I will. Give me a second. So we're at 1920 by 1080. That is the maximum that this monitor will do. So I can't do 1440p, unfortunately for you guys. But 1080p, believe it or not, is still the most popular resolution now. So I think it still has some value to show 1080p gameplay footage for those on a very low budget or that want a 10 series GPU, like I said at the beginning. Let's have a look at the graphics settings. So we're at high on everything. I've used the presets for this, so we're going to go through and show what it considers high on my system. Also, before we go any further, I've put the system specs of what I'm using to record this footage and play the game on down in the video description below, so go and check out what system specs I'm using. You already know I'm using a 1070 Ti. Field of view is 85, film grain is on. It's entirely up to you whether you put film grain. It's like looking into darkness and seeing snow. Not snow, but like static, like TV static, but that's all over the image, I guess, to give it some old style film effect. I personally turn that off, but we're going to leave it on for this video, and I will turn it off a bit later. Chromatic Aberration is off. These are the presets of high and texture quality high. Motion blur is set to low. I normally turn that off, but we're going to leave it on. Depth of field and lens flare is on. Contact shadows are off. Improved facial lighting geometry is on. Anistropy is set to 8. Local shadow, basically, as you can see here, I'll show it on the screen. Well, you can see it on the screen, obviously. Everything is set to medium or high on this particular preset. I'll scroll down slowly so you can see. Obviously, RTX is off. We don't have an RTX supported GPU, so that's not going to happen. Not in this video. There are other videos out there if you want to see RTX footage, but I think even without RTX, it looks really, really damn amazing, to be honest with you. And obviously resolution scaling, we can't do any of that because you need an RTX graphics card for DLSS. That's where it renders the game at a really low resolution, normally 1080p, and then it upscales it to things like 1440p and then 4K if you've got a 4K monitor. The results of DLSS now are really, really good, actually, from what I've seen, but I can't test it because I don't have a GPU that supports it, so we're just going to have to do native 1080p. Okay, so I think that's all the video settings gone through. So if you want to have a look at the settings, maybe compare. We're going to tweak some a little bit in a minute as well, and just see what difference it makes, if any. Let's get gaming, shall we? Okay, here we are in the streets of Night City. Night City is huge. If you've actually seen the map of Night City, it's huge. It doesn't look it when you look at the whole map, and there's a whole big black area at the top, so maybe that's for future DLCs. They're going to add on other parts of this particular city, Night City, I guess. They're just going to make it bigger and bigger over time. Okay, so here on the screen, you can see, I mean, I can't really point at it, but you can see the reflections of the advertising signs. You can see, oh, it suddenly changed there. Did you notice that? We've got a little bit of light flare on the left-hand side and on the right. I wonder where that light source is coming from. Obviously, this is not RTX, but forgetting all that kind of stuff, it just looks stunning. The reflections on the cars as they go past, they look real and true. And let's move around a bit, shall we? Oh, jeez, I nearly got run over. Oh, sorry there, dude. Even getting run over looks realistic. Ow! Okay. It's not fun getting run over. Let's get out of the road, shall we? Okay, so I'm going to call my car and we're just going to drive around. Actually, no, we're going to walk around the city. Let's just have a general walk around and take in the ambiance of Cyberpunk 2077. Okay, so I'm sitting back getting comfy now. We're going to go through here. I don't want to go near these guys because I'm probably going to get... bad things are going to happen. We don't want to do that. So let's just go out into the streets again. Let's try and get a car. Now, unfortunately, this is not GTA. To get a car, you either have to shoot them or you have to shoot the car. I found that's a bit better than actually shooting the people in the car. And they will then run out the car and then you can take the car. But you do get your own car. Do you want to see my car? let's call my car and we'll have a drive around, shall we? So hold down V, hold down F to confirm. My car's not appearing. What's going on? Oh, there it is. My car's all the way over here. Oh, look at that. Look at that lens flare. Wow. Okay, so this is my car. I prefer that one. But yeah, this is my car, so let's go and drive around. Night City. So I've not shown the frames per second in this game intentionally because I want you guys to tell me down below what you think the frames per second are. I already know what they roughly are, and I want you to comment down below and tell me what sort of frames per second you think I'm getting in this game. Basing it on the specs that you can see down below in the video description, and the fact that we're using a 10 series GPU, and that we're at 1080p, what frames per second you think we're getting. Don't forget, we're at high settings. We are going to change that to ultra in a minute and just see if there's any noticeable drop in frame rate at all. We don't want to visually show you. We want you to tell us what you think and if it's completely playable or not. And does it take away from the experience of playing Cyberpunk 2077? Or I'm being shot. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. I'm gonna crash into that car and lose my head again. Ah! So as we're driving through the city, have a look around and just tell me your comments on visually how this game looks. Not my driving. Don't comment on my driving. Story-wise, you'll have to buy the game and play the story. It's a very in-depth story, and there are so many sub-missions and main missions and side quests and all that kind of stuff. You will literally be busy for a very very long time in this game. It's not one of those where you can just pick it up. Oh, I like that car. Let's we're gonna steal a car. I need to get out of this car. Okay, so we're going to take the... It doesn't even have... Oh, look, the window's covered up. Oh, let's get me... I don't want to shoot this car. It looks so nice. I'm going to have to. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to shoot the car. There he goes. Look, he gets out. As long as you shoot it, you don't have to kill the guys. You can get in. Oh, my God. Look at this. Okay, so we've got in the car. Let's see how fast this goes and how it copes with high speed pursuits. No doubt the cops are going to be on me now. So I'm working my way towards, I hope, the edge of the city. I'm actually not entirely sure. And then we'll show you what the experience is like out of the city. But in all honesty, I need to learn to drive, and it's freaking amazing. Look at it. Look at this game. Okay, so I think what we're going to do now, we're going to put it onto ultra preset settings, if the brakes actually work. Oh, I love this car. I want to get this car. Look at it. Do you know what? It reminds me of a Bugatti Veyron. I think that's what they've styled it on. Look at the yellow bit accent on the side there. It's definitely a Bugatti Veyron. And the tail lift as you're accelerating, the tail. Let's go. There we go. Look. Definitely styled on a Bugatti Veyron. I love it. I like that car. Anyway, let's change graphical settings to, where is it? Graphics, quick presets, custom. Why did it change the custom? Okay, let's change it to ultra. So on ultra, everything is set to on. Motion blur is set to high. Normally, again, I would turn that off personally. That's my personal preference. I know some people like it. Many people don't like it. It's personal preference. I just would turn it off personally. Everything is set to maximum anisotropy is set to 16 now. And as you can see, ray tracing is off because we don't have a RTX graphics card. So let's see what that one looks like. Okay, first off, I don't really notice a lot. Maybe a bit more reflection in certain areas. It does a really good job of screen space reflection. I mean, the rain on the car as well, you can just about see it glistening. I can't really, yeah, on the window there on the right hand side, just see little dots of rain. Let's drive around, shall we? The only thing they don't seem to have is splashing as you're driving through puddles and stuff on the road. You've got a few skid marks there. There's no splashes of the little puddles coming up, so maybe that's something they can add a bit later on. But just to give that effect that you're driving through very, very shallow puddles, you know. Let's try and get out of the city. I think I'm going the wrong way. Ooh, ow. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that was a bad idea. Let's get out of it! Go, go, go! My car is on fire already. That's disappointing. Okay, oh, we've reached the sea. Okay. Ah! No! Okay, I don't think this car floats. Be right back. Okay, so you could even swim under the water, but I think they've got a couple of issues with the way they render the images. I mean, just look at the plant, the underwater plants, the weeds, seaweed or whatever they call it, and you've got this like grainy effect on the outside. I know many people may not actually want to swim under the water, but that's something they need to look at. I mean, unless it's intentional, I don't think it is. I need to get up before I drown. Oh my god, this car jumps. Go over a tiny little bump. Oh my god. Okay, so I've set a path to what I think is outside the town. I might be completely wrong. Oh, just look at that sunset, bro. It means it's going to be dark soon, so we might be driving around in the dark. That's so bright. Oh my god. That is so bright. I wonder if you can actually watch the sunset. Oh, I need to turn here. Whoa. So I'm trying to find a way out of the city. I want to see like the Badlands of Night City. And we'll see what it looks like. We all know what the city looks like, and it looks damn amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay, so it looks like we're getting out of the city now. We're seeing lots of oil rigs and various things like that, and there's a lot less buildings now. So we're going to try and get off of this road in a minute, and we're going to take it off-road. Yes, I know, we're going to take it off-road. This thing is like a grasshopper. You go over the slightest bump and it will bounce. Okay, turn back. Nothing out there for you just yet. Which means there's stuff coming. They've got this entire area fenced off so you can't even go out there. So this is obviously something to do with what's going to be happening soon, maybe in a DLC or an update that's coming. Clearly you can see handling is affected by the ground itself. We're on kind of in the outskirts of the city now. Oh god, drive straight. And yeah, so we might be looking at a new area being made here on the left hand side over there. Oh, grasshopper. Oh, no entry. Here we are. This is the no entry sign. Road closed. So this is definitely an area that hasn't been finished yet. So that's something to look forward to, I guess. But there's so much to do in the game already. So let's quickly head back into the city. Okay, so we've done enough driving around in the daytime. We're actually going to be waiting for nighttime to come so that we can show you this town in the dark, because it looks even more stunning in the dark with all the lights and things like that. So we're going to wait for it to be dark and come right back. Okay, so we're heading back into the city now. It's almost completely pitch black, as you can see. And we're going to... Oh, hello. What's this? Solar panel heaven. Looks like a solar array. Anyways, we are going to... Yeah, we're going to head towards the lights and just show you the wonderful night city in dark. Oh, I see traffic. I think we're getting back into the city. Let's go and catch them up. They seem to be disappearing. Notice that up ahead, the cars, the lights are disappearing. I thought they were car lights, but maybe not. Whoa! Did you see that? Let's just back up a minute and see what the heck happened there. Tons of cars appeared and then disappeared. Like I said, we're not focusing on the bugs in this game, we're just focusing on the visual appearance and the playability graphically of how this thing plays on this system. Okay, so there are definitely cars up ahead and they're disappearing as I'm getting closer. Okay, so we're in the city now. We're trying to find a very well lit up area to show you guys. I mean, even... Whoa! Hello. Yeah. Even without all the neon lights and stuff like that, it still looks pretty damn amazing. It doesn't take away from the gameplay. I mean, there are definitely issues, and I've encountered a few of those driving around without even playing the game. But the patches are coming out thick and fast, and they are slowly but surely fixing a lot of the bugs that have been reported. There are still many bugs to fix, of course, we know that. Everybody knows this. But over time, they will fix them. And you've just got to be patient, guys, because the game is only going to get better and better. And it's unfortunate that it was taken off. Well, no, I'm going to take that back. The PS4 and Xbox situation, I don't think should ever have happened. It should never have been released on the last gen consoles. Those consoles are extremely old. It wasn't built for this level of complexity and graphics. Now, they are worlds apart. PS4 is worlds apart from PC. Everybody knows that. And if you don't, you're doing it wrong. You were never going to get that kind of experience on a PS4. There are loads of games that work well on the PS4. Unfortunately, this is not one of them. Now, I really sincerely hope that they do fix a lot of the issues, but I don't think they're going to fix the way the game looks. It's never going to look like a PC. And if you want to play it like a PC, then unfortunately you're going to have to get a PC. Luckily, there are a lot of PCs that are ready-made, ready to go with third gen, with 3000 series NVIDIA GPUs, because you can't buy them on their own. Yeah, it does mean you have to buy an entire system, but you get the latest gen GPU from NVIDIA or even AMD. There's a few of those pre-builds popping up as well. And that may be the choice that you need to make if you can't get hold of them. For the love of God, please do not overpay for GPUs. Just be patient. Maybe get a 10 series GPU. You can see here that the game runs adequately well to play what you need to play. As you can see, I am using a Ryzen 7 3800X, and it's absolutely fine. It doesn't even use all the cores on that. So just take a minute, think about what you want to do. Wait, be patient, maybe buy a stopgap graphics cards if you can't wait to play the game, or if you've already purchased it, or if you're thinking of purchasing it, then you can pick them up fairly cheap, at least a lot cheaper than what you would be paying for third gen 3000 series GPUs. So my advice, if this has proven nothing else, the takeaway from this video is that you don't necessarily need to spend a lot of money to play the latest and greatest game that you can see here. It looks stunning on a 10 series GPU. Now, I'm not saying I would go lower than a 1070 Ti, because the experience obviously would be less than what you're seeing here. Now it's completely playable at the frame rates that you've been watching at. Now I haven't shown them, and I still want you to comment down below what you think the frame rate was before in high and what it was in ultra as well. I'd be interested to know what you thought. I would be happy playing it as it is now. It's not 60 FPS, I can tell you that, but it's not far off. So I enjoy playing the game as it is now, and I can't afford to get a GPU 3080 or 3070 or 3060 Ti or any of those, because you just can't get them. You just can't buy them. And if you buy it from a scalper or someone that's overpricing the GPU from what it should be, well, then you need to think about your life choices. Basically, you should really wait. Honestly, you should really wait. But ultimately, the choice is up to you. You have to make that call. I can only guide you. You need to make the call. So my advice is to hold off and wait until next year to get your 3000 series or 6900 XT or 6900X from AMD, and just buy a tried and tested GTX graphics card, or if you can get a really good deal on RTX 2000 series, then by all means do that. But yeah, you can see what it looks like. It looks absolutely amazing. I'm pleased with it. So that would be my advice, is to hold off until next year, see how things are by sort of mid-January, beginning of February, and then make your decision then. And if you can't wait, well, then you're just going to have to pay over the price, over the odds for the GPUs that you want. That's just the way it is. Unfortunately, there's no way around that. Anyway, I hope you liked watching a bit of gameplay from this. I'm sure you've seen loads already, but this is my take on the game itself and how it looks and how it feels, and what you kind of frame rate and smoothness you can expect from a 10 series GTX graphics card 1070 Ti. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to check out the links how you can support us, and we'll see you in the next one after Christmas. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.